Hey Yoda, Tenegato, hello and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft 4.2 with Birdtross. So I'm over here by the arcane workbench and I've seen this little bit of a graphical error right here with the sprites. I'm not sure what's going on here. If you guys have been having any sort of this problem like this, let me know. I've logged in and out a couple of times, but it just seems to sort of happen randomly with these beams going between the relays and such. It doesn't seem to be affecting anything too much. But yeah, it's obviously just kind of visually annoying, but other than that, nothing major's going on. So, we've got the wand here. I'm about to do some crafting with the arcane workbench here. I want to go ahead and make myself a second thaumatorium because our first one is currently being used by the automated Elementum factory, which I actually have yet to use, to be brutally honest with you. Yeah. I don't know, I just really haven't got enough coal or anything. Well, I want to try and use charcoal with it, to be honest, because charcoal is a renewable resource, and cobblestone obviously a renewable resource as well. You can make cobblestone generators. So if I can get a renewable resource of Elementum up and running, that'd be really nice. I'm just not very good at chopping trees in Thaumcraft. It's just like one of the few things you just have to sort of go out of your way and do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the materials together. We're going to need 4 of these filters. I haven't bothered to put on my armor, the crafting armor. Let's actually just quickly go ahead and do that. Got the arcane ore over here. Looks like it's finished up this mine, which is really cool. I just put a chest here. I did try doing the water thing, but I was just like, yeah, that's a lot. Maybe I should have thought about repositioning this thing a little bit. You guys have been telling me in the comments of the last episode, the episode before this one, sorry, because I record these a little bit in advance, you've been saying that an Infernal Furnace would be something really nice to get our hands on. And you're probably right, because we were working, if you remember last time, down here on this, and these are okay, but, you know, they just sort of seem, it's like you've got to spend money to make money. It's sort of the vibe with this stuff right here. But what I was thinking is I want an easier way to do it, and you guys were telling me about the Infernal Furnace, which is over here. We sort of haven't really touched this thing. It's a forbidden research, it's a miner as well, so it's not quite as bad as the brain in a jar. So I guess we will eventually have to do that, probably today actually, after I get this thaumatorium up and running. Let's see, we've got this. We're going to need some levers as well. I've got the materials for that. Going to need to make excuse me, I'm going to need to make some of these valves. Let's see, get that, get these, and bada bing, bada boom. Awesome. So I should have my maths good. This should be everything that we need. And you too. Awesome stuff. And they're pretty cheap as well in terms of aspect at least. And those, but that's fine because those things are just going to fill back up pretty much for free. It's really nice. Uh-oh. Looks like that's connected to that. Yeah, that's not really what we want. This is supposed to, see, because this node's in the way, this one that's right here, so I had to route this around here to get it to go with the arcane bore. I don't quite know what the range on that is yet. I might have to do some experiments. So now we've got the thaumatorium. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a cauldron by crafting up some 7 iron. How much iron do I have left? I am really running out now. You'll see why I need to make all of this stuff in just a little bit. You might have actually already seen it if you've been paying attention. I didn't craft it, did I? Because I'm a dumb bum. There we go. It is in here, and we are good to go. Where are we going to stick this guy? We're probably just going to stick it over here. I've already got a cauldron. Or crucible, rather. Dang it. Okay, I guess you can just chill in here for a little bit, yay. Oh, okay, I've got these in here already, so that's there. Right, we'll pick this up just to get rid of the water. Bonk it down, and let's get these 2 alchemical constructs. Is this really the best place to do this? Yeah, let's just do it here. That's fine, we can work with the space. Yep. Here we go, so we just need a second one of these, and it looks like it's actually gone that way. Okay. Well, that might actually work out for us, because we've got a ton of space over here, so yeah, I guess that can work. What I need to do is I just need to make a massive amount of balanced shards. So I've gone ahead off camera this morning and built up an entire stack of all 6 primal aspects in these jars for us. I actually don't need to use one of them now that I think about it. I could have saved myself a bit of time, but oh well. What are we going to use? We're actually relatively low on all of these. The rarest by far are so obviously not going to use any of those. Let's do something like that and that. No, those are quite rare as well. I guess we'll go fire as well. So let's go... So if we do about 22... No, we're going to need about 15 of those, right? So that plus that is 32, so that works out. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's probably one of the more good ways to do that, and we still have a reasonable number of shards left over. So let's go ahead and bonk these in here. This should just plug and play. Right. Cool. Now let's just get some Essentia pipes. I only have a few left. I'm going to need to craft some more of these as well. And put these down. How are you guys doing? The series is still getting a huge amount of support. Just this morning I checked out my subscribers and I've got like 6 new subscribers this morning, which is actually really unusual. The last couple of days have been quite dry for subscribers for me, so thank you very much everyone for your continued support on the series. I can't thank you enough. I really can't, to be honest. It's just really cool to see so many people enjoying what I do here on the tubes. Alright, we got to clear out, or not get these connecting. There we go. And those as well. Sweet, so now that's a separate line. It's just a lot easier to work with Essentia tubes if you have a dedicated line for everything. So the first one that we're going to be making is auto. So we don't need that one there. Keep that in mind, and it looks like we are going to have to go around this side a little bit, so clear that out. And put these here. Looking really awesome. I really love working with Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft is going to be one of my most awesomest mods ever. You guys were telling me as well, now that I think about it. You were telling me about a mod pack called... I've forgotten what it's called now. Magicality, that's it. In the comments of that episode as well. Magicality, which is a mod pack. I believe Thaumcraft is a part of it. It's based around magic. So yeah, do you guys want to see an LP of that alongside Thaumcraft, or do you want me to finish off over the research for Thaumcraft or something? Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see a Magicality Let's Play. So we've got all 6 of these plugged in. Well, actually, we should just be able to leave all these plugged in and it would be okay. So if I click that, it should just spew the items on the ground. Okay, let's just do it. Spew them on the ground, sir. Right, in goes the aspect juice. This should be able to make us 32, all of this here. That's the plan. Right, well, that's pretty much that bit out of the way. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. I'll go ahead and let all of these craft up. And then... why don't we get to work on something a bit interesting here? Let's get to work on the Infernal Furnace for the rest of this episode. So we're getting very close to the end of the crafting process here. I've got 24 balanced shards, we only need 8 more. I just wanted to bring you guys in to talk about the things that I actually burned to get all of these aspects. So normally what I would have done to get auto is do smooth sandstone. But I had a look on the Thaumonomicon and... what was it? Inert Thaumium wand caps have auto inside them. So I made like 32 of them. They have 2 auto, so I made like 32 and I made an entire stack of auto, which is probably a heinous, an absolute heinous use of thaumium. That used pretty much all of the thaumium that I had left, which is like 20 ingots or something. That was a lot. I probably shouldn't have done that. But by the time that I'd made them, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I have them now, so I might as well use them. So, the thaumium, they have auto, ignis, and air inside them, as well as metallum. So now I have over a jar full of metallum over by the infusion altar, ready to go. But I did have to burn some sugarcane to get some aqua, so yeah, probably could have just gone with air and aqua out of the sugarcane, and probably just use coal or something for the ignis, and just, you know, bottle the potentia. Anyway, that's an entire half stack of Balanced Shards, which is hopefully going to be enough to see us through for quite some time. So that leaves us with 20 auto and 44 Ignis. Is that math work? I think that maths works, actually. Okay. So that's going to be plenty of these Balanced Shards for working on future project endeavours. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I might as well move the Elementum and Nitor in here. I'm starting to keep these mostly for just making the jar labels, because it's just really convenient having the Fires of Essentia right there. And I've taken off the Primal Charm because I have I have that thing now, so... Okay, looks like this drained of these a little bit. I wonder how that happened. How did that happen? I wonder. Anyway, let's go ahead and... Okay, let's just move these in here. I need to make some more Elementum and Nitor. I mean, it's nice just to have a backlog of these materials for when you need them. So you just make them in bulk. So anyway, the Infernal Furnace, we're going to need to do that research today. Doesn't matter, it's kind of cool seeing that right there. Right, so we're going to need our paper and scribing tools. And let's go ahead and get it. Hot enough? I certainly hope so. A nice bright red dot on that research note for us. Okay, this is a pretty difficult one. Plenty of gaps here, but still relatively straightforward. Ignis, Aurum, Fabrico, and Metallum. Let's just go over what we need. So Fabrico will connect to Instrumentum, and Ignis will connect to Lux, which can connect to Aya, so that's pretty straightforward as well. So these probably will just go like, I'll go like Lux, Aya, and how much Precontatio do I have? 79. I've got heaps of Precontatio, so I can go probably like something like Precontatio, Vacuous, because we'll bring this up here. We'll go Lux, Aya, and we'll probably put Precontatio... I want to put it there because I feel like if I can bring Fabrico over to Precontatio, that would save a bit, but I don't know. Let's put Vacuous down here, probably is the best spot, just to try and be a little bit more efficient with our space. I think that's quite good. So Metallum, let's see, that one is Terra and Vitreous. And Vitreous can connect to Auto, can it not? It can. Cool, so we'll probably go something like Aya, Motus, Auto, I would say. Single piece of Motus to rule them all. Modus, and we'll go Auto, Vitreous. Probably, that's quite efficient on space, I think. I think I've cracked it. That's probably a really efficient way of doing it. And that should just connect straight to Instrumentum, which will connect to Auto, so yeah. That is a very satisfying little diagram there. That's really good. It's really good. I'd call that one, probably call that the best way to do that, actually, if I do so myself. Anyway, there's the discovery for the Infernal Furnace. Let's have a look. Okay, we've picked up some more permanent warp, which is not ideal. Let's move out of range of any rain that'll suddenly emerge in our lives. Okay, so getting the Infernal Furnace appears to have unlocked Arcane Bellows, which we might as well go ahead and get as well, to be honest, because that's relatively cheap. But anyway, let's go ahead and read up on the Infernal Furnace. By harnessing raw Ignis within a furnace, crafted from obsidian and netherbrick, you have created a highly efficient and fuel-free furnace. Oh, so efficient in fact, that occasionally it will produce bonus materials in the form of nuggets or other items. While this is essentially free, it is also very slow, unless the furnace gets a new supply of Ignis Essentia, or Vis every now and again. This can be done by any methods you have discovered so far, or still will discover. So it seems like we're going to need to supply this thing with CV, I'm guessing? Centivis. So that is going to require 50 Ignis, 50 Terra, and it's a huge construction as well. That's going to take lava, iron bars, an empty space, netherbrick and obsidian, so that's going to be... That is going to be quite a bit of obsidian. It's going to be 12 obsidian, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's keep reading. It should also be noted that the occasional bit of flux escapes into the environment. Items you wish to smelt need to be dropped into the top of the furnace and will be spit out the front. Okay, so you throw things in the top and they come out the front. Okay, I see. Well, I think we should busy ourselves with making this. What do you think, guys? I mean, that's pretty cool. This is definitely the sort of thing that I wanted. I wanted free stuff. Yeah, so probably the location for it will be up here near my energized nodes. Ugh. That's looking kind of ugly. Definitely looking kind of ugly. Yeah, we've got plenty of space up here. Probably somewhere relatively close by, somewhere over here somewhere. I'm just kind of dotting things around. In the next couple of episodes I'm going to be moving the majority of the base up to this new space, to be honest. And the reason that I'm digging out up here, by the way, is because the Y level is 63, which is that's the position of seawater, you know? Okay. So we're going to need a heap of obsidian, so I probably need to do some obsidian mining. The nether brick, I have a decent amount of netherrack around, so I can probably make some of that. Or I could probably just take a quick trip over to the nether fortress to save myself some time. Let me just quickly check how much obsidian that I have. Okay, I do have some nether brick, and I have a little... Okay, that's obsidian tiles, so that is probably enough nether brick, to be honest. Let's go ahead and put the scribing tools and paper away while I see them. Wouldn't want to lose those. And yeah, I think let's just go quickly take a look and get some obsidian and materials. Oh man, don't put that in the video. Please, editing me. Don't do it as a joke. I know you editing me. I know you. Oh man. These aren't even connecting at all now. Then yeah, there is something up. There is something definitely up with the connection for this. Do you guys have this issue with these beams? Sometimes will go offline or have those weird sprites or stuff. Please let me know about that. I'd really like to know that I'm not the only one. I think about here. It was a 3x3, right? Let's just make sure we've got space to move behind it. This was the Ignis node right here. It is, so let's build it close by. About right here, I'd say. Let's just take a look at that plan again. So it's going to be 5 obsidian on the bottom, 4 nether brick in the corners, and pretty much a similar story. And we are going to need an iron bar. Okay. Let's just quickly get an iron bar from my storage. Yep. Wee. Oh man, I just love playing in this world, man. I just love playing in the world. I'll just hop on. I'll be like, okay, let's just do some stuff in the Thaumcraft world, and I'll play in here for a good, 20-30 minutes off camera or something. I'll be like, yeah, okay, that's enough for now. And then I'll come back later. It's beautiful. I feel like I'm in a good relationship with my Thaumcraft world. Okay, anyway. Let's see, if we do this, we'll need to move the... Whoa! Oh. I was just like, wait, what? Okay. Turn you off, you cheeky bugger. You cheeky. That got me really scared. Okay, so put these in the corners. And obsidian and a plus sign like so. Then my memory is not that great for some reason. Okay, so it's 4 obsidian, so it's nether brick in the corners again. And then it's an iron bar in the front. Okay. And then you put the obsidian again. Put some lava right there. And what was the final one? Okay, so nether brick in the corners again and obsidian. So I guess it's a simple enough design. And 4 obsidian, leaving the center spot free. Okay. And then I think I have to just go ahead and whack it with this guy, right? Yeah. The reason that I take it off is because I noticed when I was making node in the jars with that, I was actually zapping it. Oh man, that's slow. Man, it's like just the game in general lagging in the moment. Yeah, I'm only getting like 24 frames a second right now, guys. Man, I need to finish up this episode before Minecraft crashes or something. Well, anyway, there we go. That is an Infernal Furnace. Okay, we've got these little holes on the side here. That's kind of cool. It's got like a little evil stare. Help me! I want... Well, no, that's not quite right. That That's what that says to me. That is really cool though. We might need to get a dedicated Vs relay in here just to supply this guy with Ignis. I don't really want to move those. Sure, let's just go ahead and nab one of these. See if we can get a connection between these two. So we just bonk you right there. That should supply that with Ignis. Okay, is that going into me or what? That is going into me. So if I move away, okay. Right, so it's not just constantly draining Ignis. That's important to keep in mind. So anyway, that's the Infernal Furnace, but I did say that I wanted to get this thing here, the Arcane Bellows. That's going to require some modus. So once I get this, we'll go ahead and finish off the episode. Need to head over to the research table, which I still haven't moved. I said I was going to move it. And I haven't. That was 3 modus, I believe. There it is. So if we go ahead and read the Arcane Bellows, that has unlocked the Flux Scrubber. Ooh, that'd be really nice. Anyway, the Arcane Bellows performs much the same function as its mundane counterpart. The only difference is that it happily pumps away by itself, sending forth a stream of never-ending air. Attaching it to an Infernal Furnace has shown some interesting results. The elemental-infused air not only stokes the flames, increasing its smelting speed, but causes them to burn much purer, resulting in a reduction of flux generated and increasing the chance of creating bonus nuggets and other materials when smelting. Any other information? They can also be attached to a normal or alchemical furnaces to increase their speed. Well, that's cool. That would be really nice for the Elementum factory if I ever get that thing up and running. It's also possible to attach them to crucibles to reduce the time it takes for their water to boil. Okay, well that's not that important because once the water's boiling, it's boiling forever. Bellows can be deactivated by applying a redstone signal. Righto, you were confident more uses will reveal themselves eventually. So, what I was hoping is that, see, one of the issues with Essentia piping is that your piping system can't be huge because the suction of a jar seems to be absolute, basically. So you see the suction of this is the way that you increase suction in the jars, right? A default jar will have a suction of 32. When you apply a label, it will have a suction of 64 for anything. Or for the aspect that it's assigned to, right? So you can't make a huge network unless you do some sort of trickery or there's some way to increase suction. And I would have thought the Arcane Bellows would have helped me out with that, but I don't know. If there was a way to attach them to, you know, these Essentia pipes, that would be really good. Or Essentia tubes is their official name. Anyway, that's just some food for thought. And guys, that is all the time that we have for today. I think we might have overrun a little bit, not too sure. Hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of Thaumcraft. It was good to get to some decent stuff today, have a decent supply of Balanced Shards for future endeavours here in Thaumcraft. Next time, I think I want to work on getting the focal manipulation up and running. Yeah, now I've got a decent amount of materials to do that. That'll be really cool. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Thaumcraft. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. You know what? No. I said a while ago that I was never going to say to leave likes on videos. I am so sorry. You do what you want to do with regards to leaving ratings and things like that. I don't want to influence people like that, man. Because I always feel like such a sellout whenever I do that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next video.